Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. The singer Arie had some pretty interesting things to say about the state of music today and the images of Black women in music. And this might be a little controversial and I want to talk about it, but before I do, I want to thank Scentbird for sponsoring this video. So I have a question for you. What are your favorite fragrance notes? Well, I personally love the scents that are warm and sweet. With Scentbird, I'll never have a problem with getting the perfect fragrance. Scentbird is reimagining everything about how people discover, shop for, purchase, and even experience fragrances. With Scentbird, you can build up your very own fragrance collection. Scentbird allows you to choose new designer fragrances each month for just $17. Every month you get to pick out what you want to receive, so there are no surprises. With each fragrance, you'll get a 30-day supply so you could try out fragrances before committing to a full-size bottle. You can discover new fragrances by taking a simple quiz, and based off of your preferences, answers, and previous purchases, they'll help you find the fragrance that you'll love. Scentbird carries Prada, Gucci, Versace, and niche brands like Skylar, Heretic, and Confessions of a Rebel. Scentbird also has a new look. Just twist the top and press down and spray your perfume. You could also open up the case to see the vial inside. This month I received 3 fragrances, one by Furla Preciosa. This is a refreshing and floral fragrance that is subtly sweet and also sensual. It's perfect for a dressy occasion. Another fragrance I received is from Mare and it's called Remember When. This is a very soft and dainty perfume. It has lovely citrus notes and it would be perfect for any daytime event like a wedding or a baby shower. Last but certainly not least, I received a fragrance called Foupe or Foupe, and this is the 3910 scent. And this has a very exotic, spicy warmth to it, and it also has intoxicating floral notes. It's sexy and mysterious, and it's just perfect for a date night on an exotic island somewhere. If you want your own collection of fragrances, make sure you use my coupon code Empressive4 to get 55% off of your first month at scentbird.com. It's just a little over $7 for your first month, and it's available in the US and Canada. Please check out the links below, and once again, thank you Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video, I want to get into Arie's reaction to Megan Thee Stallion's performance at the Essence Fest this year. Now the Essence Fest posted a video of some ladies twerking on stage during Megan's performance, and you could see Janelle Monae in the corner applauding the ladies, and Janelle herself has been acting up a little bit lately too. I mean, she's been showing more skin, she's been showing her titties. I mean, she's been doing things that she never used to do in her career because for the most part, she presented herself in a more conservative manner, but she's been a bit more sexualized. And of course, Megan has always embraced her sexuality, and she had girls on stage doing their hot girl summer thing. So it's nothing out of the ordinary for a Megan performance. However, Arie wasn't really feeling it, and she said this in the comment section: "The issue is what is context. Humanity does everything, but does everything belong in a stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. So when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. To those in the comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things out of our culture, you certainly have the right. Just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export, our music, to show us in a respectful light. I would like to go on record saying this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother debating me, LOL, I don't care. And I do this. For 25 years, I've done this. So read, ponder, or don't." So that's what Arie had to say. And honestly, I have to agree with her. I think that there's a lack of variety when it comes to Black females' images in music. And I'm just going to say Black people in general. I feel like in mainstream music in particular, I'm not talking about, you know, indie music or underground music. I'm talking about mainstream music. If you look at what is popular, You see that a lot of the black male artists are promoting violence and drugs in their music. And you see that the black female artists are promoting a lot of sex in their music. And black artists aren't the only ones doing this. However, the messages and the images are being pushed towards the black community specifically. And I'm just wondering, why is this the overwhelming representation? What happened to the variety? People can express themselves the way they want to, so I'm not trying to police that, but I am a little concerned at the lack of diversity in our representation. I think a lot of the representation right now is very crass and low brow and just low vibrational. I was even watching some highlights from the BET Awards and I'm like, what happened? Is this the BET Awards or the BET Hip Hop Awards? Why does everybody look and sound the same? I was even wondering, where are the singers? And one of the few people who was representing in a positive light, I feel, was Coco Jones. And shout out to Coco Jones because she also performed at the Essence Festival. And one thing I love about Coco is she leads with her talent. And the way that she presents herself is very refined, very classy, and her music is great. And this is the type of artist that people actually want to hear from. And you could have the ratchet stuff sometimes, because I do feel like everyone has a ratchet side. But there's nothing wrong with having wholesome music and wholesome images either. I feel like that is not being represented enough. And I think there are a lot of black artists out there who lead with their talent and their gifts, but they're not given the same platform or the same push by the industry. I mean, you have to ask these questions. Why aren't those artists represented in mainstream music too? Why is it that the powers that be want to push only one image? Well, I have my theory. I feel like there has been an attack on black music for a long time. Black people have always led the pack when it comes to music. They've always set the trends. They've always been the most talented, the best singers, the best performers, the best innovators. They've always been ahead of the pack. But what's happening now is the industry has allowed a lot of mediocrity to creep in. They've been pushing degrading images of black people. And I think the goal is to really diminish black people's presence in music. Instead of pushing the best of us, they're pushing the worst of us. And I think that should be concerning. And I don't want to be the person to police artists who are simply expressing themselves. I don't have to always agree, but people are allowed to talk about what they want to talk about. I know I've seen a lot of people come down on the rapper Sexy Red, and I find it interesting that they're singling her out, and she's not doing anything different than what other hip hop artists have done before her. But I think what people are upset about is the fact that too much of the same explicit and raunchy content is being pushed in mainstream music. There needs to be more of a variety. If too much of the same image is being pushed, it can lead people to believe that all black people are that way. And that's not the case at all. And music like this can make other artists feel like they have to conform to a certain image and make a certain song and promote certain messages just to get a fair shot in the mainstream scene. Also, music like this can have more of a negative impact on the listeners. So I do agree with Arie when she says that we have to be mindful of our representation as a whole. If we're not careful, we could be negatively affected by this in the future. In fact, people have been negatively affected by this for a while now, and it's coming to a point where they're desensitized to it, where they just accept it as the norm. So I do think there needs to be a shift. There definitely needs to be more variety, because I really am tired of the same things being pushed in mainstream music. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.